This is your fourth, I think. Yeah. I guess I go in there.
What's the fear with us?
Wait, is it just this year?
Yeah. Since after your birthday.
Oh.
Hey, let's see. Your hair looks so nice, like that. It's a little bit. I think my foot's a little bit. Oh, there she is.
Okay, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our fourth grade Kitta Dalet Shara Shabbat service. They will be leading most things since not all the people who are doing the first song are here yet. I'm going to do some stuff before the first song. But the first song that they lead is L'Chadodi. Normally we would do first stuff. We would do a few things before the first song. So we are going to start with, on page 6, Yismechu HaShamayim. Now, the fourth graders don't know this one, but I'm going to teach them a piece of it that's really easy, okay? And all of you who may not know it too. Yismechu HaShamayim means let the heavens rejoice. I'm going to go Yismechu HaShamayim. You're going to say Hashamayim, because practice that, just that on the count of 3. Hashamayim. 1, 2, 3. Hashamayim. Exactly. Yismechu Hashamayim. All right. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tageh haaretz. Sorry about that. This was fixed, but obviously didn't quite do the trick. Here we go. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, umelo. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, umelo. We're gonna do it again. It sounded so good, and then we won't have the flying guitar happening during this one. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tageh haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, umelo. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, umelo. All right, we're going to turn now to page 12. Romamu. It's another part. This one you kind of know. Oh, yeah. I like your hand motions. All right. Oh, very cool. Are those Purim characters?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well, you can never be celebrating Purim for too long. So during Romamu, when I say ki, you say ki. Okay. Page 12. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachahu behar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachahu behar kodsho. Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachahu behar kodsho. All right, one more before the L'Chadodi. It's on page 13. There's nothing really to teach you on this one if you don't know it, except for when you see people who kind of know it clapping, you do too. And that's especially at the end. Mizmor leDavid, Achol Adonai Berim, Achol Adonai, Kavod Ba'os, Ay, 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 Achol Adonai, Kevod Shemo Yistakavul Adonai Be'adar Kodesh, Kol Adonai, Amayim El HaKavod Yerim, Adonai, Amayim Rabim, O Adonai, Ba'koach, Ay, 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 Kol Adonai, Be'adar Kol Adonai, Shomer Arazim, Ay, Shomer Adonai, Et Arzei Almanon, Vayarkimo, Kimo Egel, Lebanon, Be'et Sirion, Kemo Ben Re'evi, Ay, 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 Adonai, Ozev Lamodesh, Adonai, Yachid Midbar, Yachid Adonai, Min Barkadesh, Adonai, Yecholet Ayalot, Vayekesov, Ye'arot, U'echadot, Kulo Omer Kavod, Ay, 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 Adonai, La'ama Huya Shabbat Yishem, Adonai, Melech Le'olam, Adonai, Yos, Le'amo Yitir, Adonai, Yevarech et Amo V'Shalom. Hey, ay, 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 All right, so we're now going to turn to the Chadodi, page 15, and we're going to invite Roxy and Allison to lead us in the Chadodi. Okay, yeah, so bring up your books. It's on page 15. We're going to do the first and the last verses. The first and the last verses. Hang on one second while I put on my guitar and my mask again. And you're up here too. Lecha lecha Elohim,
Likra kala,
Pnei Pnei Shabbat Nekavela. Lecha lecha, Likra kala, Pnei Pnei Shabbat Nekavela. Lecha lecha Elohim, Likra kala, Pnei Pnei Shabbat Nekavela. We rise, we turn to page 18 as we face the entrance, welcoming the Shabbat bride. Boi v'shalom ateret b'avam, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, toch emudei am segula, boi kala, boi kala. Lecha lecha Elohi, Likra kala, Pnei Pnei Shabbat Nekavela. Lecha Elohi, Likra kala, Pnei Pnei Shabbat Nekavela. Yasher Koach, and we say to any mourners in our midst, Hamakom Nechemet, Toshar B'leid, Sion B'Yerushalayim. May God comfort you with all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. I shouldn't have sat you down, however, because we're going to now rise for the Baruch Hu as Lila Kay and Maytal are going to come up and lead us in that. Page 22, please rise. Baruch atah Adonai, Ama'arim, Aramim. Amen. Yasher Koach. Allison and Zach, come on up for Avad Olam, page 23. Not that you're doing it, but you're coming up there. Zach, you stay here. We invite Ariella and Lailot to come up. For Shaman Be'ahafta, page 25.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha
Shakoa. Some of you are coming right back. Don't go far. Coming right back. So we're going to jump right away to page 29. Lamanti Skiru. Lamanti Skiru. Vasi tebet komi kai. Vishen hiroshi mehem. Ani Adonai Elohim. Asher Otzeti Echem Eretz Mitzrayim. Leot Lahem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohim. Emet. Adonai Elohim. Emet. And we'll turn to page 32. Lila, Naomi and Ariella. Micha Mocha. 32. Page 33, just a very slight change of plans. The whole class is going to come up for Hashkivenim. Page 33. We're going to start this side in the round, the four of you, and then you'll join them. Okay, so.
Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom ve'ol
Hashkiveinu Adonai,
Eloheinu l'shalom ve'ol Hashkiveinu Eloheinu l'shalom Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom
Please rise for Vishamru. Lila, Maytal, and Naomi. Stay up.
What page is it?
It's page 34.
Oh,
Yeah, it all goes right. Remain standing, but you four go down, and coming on up is Roxy, Allison, Ariella, and Zach. We're on page 35. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rava amen ve'oma divra yerute malchute ve'ayim u'yoneva u'layim Israel Imeru amen Yehesh Yasher we remain standing now for our silent Amidah. It's pages 37 through 48. And when you're done saying the Amidah or whatever words of prayer you wish, then you can be seated and you can go back to your place. shalom. Shalom. Alleluia. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. In Roma. Oh, say shalom. In Roma. Okay. So normally this would be the time for the presentation from the class, but we kind of ran out of time for that presentation to happen, so we don't have it. But I want to say a big thank you to their teacher, Danielle, who joined us in the middle of the year and stabilized things, and because, you know, we just didn't have a consistent teacher for a while, so thank you so much for coming aboard. Yasher Koach. And also, I just also want to say, although we're not done with the service for them, what a lovely group of voices this class has. I mean, they sound really, really nice together. I mean, just fantastic. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to do my weekly historical presentation of Temple Beth Abraham, but instead of taking it from our files, which I've been going through, this past week I was in Cincinnati, Ohio, and at the Hebrew Union College, where I received in person the honorary doctorate that I got from 2 years ago, which you get, it's the longevity degree, right? You get it automatically for 25 years in the field, but not everybody earns that, and there's a reason why we get that degree. But anyway, they have something there called the American Jewish Archives, and I went to look in the archives, and I wanted to know if they had anything on Temple Beth Abraham. Now, because it's affiliated with the Reform Institution, it's less likely that they would have much, but they did have a file. They had a couple of sermons of mine which I had given when they were requesting sermons on a particular topic, like actually whether we were to enter the Iraq War. I'm not going to get too into that. And they had a bunch of other random things, like when there was a debate between congressional candidates here at the synagogue, Ron Dellums and a Republican opponent from the 1960s. There was there was something when the ark was made and how this was a unique ark. And then there was this random flyer. Temple, you can't really see this from here, but I took a picture of it on my phone and then printed it out. Temple Beth Abraham USY Hanukkah Carnival.
What?
I know, right? Hanukkah. What kind of carnival do we have usually? Purim. But they had a Hanukkah carnival. And listen to what they had in it. Festival fun for all ages, 7 through 70. So sorry, Judah and Maya and Aaliyah. I'm kidding, y'all. But 7 to 70. Gift shop open for Hanukkah shopping.
What?
Free admission. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Come for dinner, where they're serving hot dogs, falafel, and soft drinks. What food do you prefer at our Purim Carnival? Well, that would be a Hanukkah thing, but what do you all eat and rush for? Cotton candy at the Purim Carnival. There was no cotton candy machine. Thrilling games. Prizes galore. Okay, now, we had some really good prizes here, I have to say, but just listen to these. Stuffed animals, toys, games, radios, guitars. Door prizes. A transistor radio given away every half hour. By the way, so we know what date it took place on, which was Sunday, November 26th, which is the Thanksgiving weekend. And we know it's in the Temple Social Hall. We know it's from 4 to 8 p.m. We do not know what year it's from, however. Now, and I don't know that there's any way to find out, but there are a couple clues which narrows it down. One is the transistor radios. All right, so, but that could be, any time up until 1990. But we know it's not from the 80s, and here's why. Come after the Raiders game and helped celebrate the victory. So we know they were in Los Angeles, right, from the 80s. So we know it must be the 70s or the 60s, but we don't know beyond that. But also, I assume they're thinking the Raiders are good in those years, which they mostly were in the 60s or the 70s. Of course, it wouldn't be after 2021 either, because they would be in Las Vegas. Yeah, what do you think?
We also can help narrow it down by the fact that it's on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so you could. So we could try to look at where, that's a great idea. And I didn't think of that. I should look back at the calendars every year to see when Hanukkah was close to Thanksgiving. It's probably before Hanukkah. Yeah, but Raider home game, although it says, I mean, it could have been on TV, but still, I love that. So you're thinking like historians already, and we're going to see if we can find out. But I thought that was pretty cool to find in the files, and I thought you would think it was cool too, because the games, the toys, a little different. Yeah, I'll pass it around. You're all welcome to look at it. And anyway, that was the Hanukkah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but when are you opening the gift shop?
Anyway, that's the scoop. Beth, yeah? Yeah, well, the gift shop didn't die until about 2005 or something. I don't know the exact year, but it was definitely in the mid-aughts, as they call them now. Because I was here, when I was here, we had one at the beginning. But then it was tired. Well, it's not just that it was tired. You know, people were buying everything online, and so there was no retired. Yeah, it was retired. Because everyone, what was that? Where was it? So right next to the women's bathroom down the stairs. And there's now a closet there instead. But it was next to the women's bathroom. Yeah, believe it or not. And there was a nice glass case. A few of you remember. I know the Mendelssohns are nodding their heads. Beth is nodding her head. We had it. Like, Roberta Elon, was it here when you were first started or already gone? Who knows? So, who knows? Anyway, that's the story. And there'll be more to it. And more to my Cincinnati trip a week from tomorrow. All right. We are going to continue now with the Aleinu because I do have Kiddush. I thought we'd do it downstairs, but since it's here, we'll do it now. All right. Please rise. Turn to page 55. Right after this. Yep. For their age, we're skipping it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafet. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'avav ratzon imkein lanu zikaron l'maaseh b'reishit ki hu yom techila l'mikrayei kodesh Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat L'chaim to life. Now, kids, I love that you're all sitting together in the front row because it makes it much easier. But now I want you to find moms or dads, and they're going to put their hands on your heads, and they're going to say a special blessing. So go right in. Zach, over here. We will. Go ahead. And we say, Yisimech Elohim Kasara Rivka Rachel Leah. And Yisimcha Elohim Ephraim V'chi Menashe Yivarecha Adonai V'yishmerecha Ye'er Adonai Panav Elecha V'yichunecha Yisa Adonai Panav Elecha V'yasem Lecha Shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May God lift the divine face toward you and grant you peace. Amen. We remain standing, and the kids come on right back up here. We're turning to page 57, and you're going to do Aleinu. And you're going to try to remember who goes up and who goes down, who goes back and who goes forward. But just do the
Everybody,
best.
it's in the front. It's everybody together, Elena. It's in the front area.
Oh yeah, it was going to be in the front area, but you know what? We'll do it in the back anyway. But thank you for remembering that. Because we have to move it to the front. Yeah, the whole class.
No, it's not.
57, no, you can stay in the back because
No, I want to be in the front.
the problem is the camera won't see you.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, it will?
Yeah,
So you could be anywhere around the table, front, back, whatever it is.
I got it.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Not on the keyboard.
57. We're just having a little bit of fun.
Okay, you. Lila, come over here. You guys are your own group or a separate group up down? What about up, down, Okay, wait, what am I? Up. And up is forward, down is backward.
Prayer choreography of the 21st century. All right. Aleinu l'shabea fadonako celebration. Shalom Melkeinu Kahem Ve'orinu Kifur. You can turn around real quick. Vanatu Kori Umikapari Umatim Linehalem Vehamatim Akadosh Baruchu She'unos Eshamayim V'Yoseraret Umoshe V'Karo V'Shamayim Nima'ah Ushvinatizo Legobe Miromi Hu Eloheinu Eloheinu Ekasulato Kakatu Betorato Kashemoto Elvavecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim Ne'embar v'haya Adonai Ne'embar v'hayom ha'hu yeh Adonai Echad U'shemo Echad. Oh, we may be seated. On this Shabbat, we lovingly recall the memory of our departed relatives and friends whose yortzites we observed during the coming week. We're thinking especially tonight of Mildred Ehrenbart Adler, Marina Bolina, Pauline Belzer, that's right, that's Maria Bolina, Barbara May Benjamin, Robert Bostic, Boris Karasik, Morris Cohen, Sam Frankel, Esther Sadie Gold, Miriam Goldberg, Peter Hecht, Jack Helfand, Albert Hyman, Joseph Cantor, Sue Cantor, Ethel Rose Kapler, Frida Katz, Eileen Kessler, Sima Kobuzhitskaya, Michael Lazar, Mary Levitt, Morris Lerman, Horace Joseph Marks, Esther Moravsky, Samuel Newman, Saul Pierce, Bernice Ring, Arlene Shub Rabinowitz, Carol Rosenberg, Jenny Rosenzweig, Tilly Rubin, Irvin Schwartz, Maurice Weiss, Dave Weinstein, Manfred Wildman, Leo Wood, Faye Zaslov, Herman Zapkin, and we're in Shloshim, the 30-day mourning period for Bernard Polston and Kurt Kleinman. The memories of all who are with us, we ask all those who are in mourning or observing yortzeit to please rise for the mourner's Kaddish. It is on page 67 or 61? One of those. 61. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shnei rabbah ve'alman yivrach yerutei ve'amlich malchutei V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayechon Beit Yisrael v'galav v'zman kariv v'imru Yehei Shmei Rabba V'vorach Le'olam L'Almei Maya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Kudsha V'richu Le'ela Min Kol Berchata V'shirata Tush Bechata V'nechemata Damiran V'alma V'imru Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Oseh Shalom B'imrama Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. Zikronam Livracha. May the memory of the people you promised us pass. All right. So, a few announcements. There's a potluck dinner for our Kita Dalit class, live and in person, and outside. And you think that's not a big deal? It's still a big deal. It's a very big deal. Let us appreciate it. Tomorrow, services are at 9:30. It's Gan Avraham Shabbat, so a number of the Gan parents are helping to lead. The kids will do a couple extra songs, and it's kind of hysterical. And whether they're singing or not, it's hysterical. There's Minyan this week. There is there's also Kinder Gym. There's Hebrew school. There's Torah study. There's a covenant wine tasting on Thursday night, hosted by the Men's Club. Contact Brian Schwartz for details. And there's just a couple of spots left for the Savoring the Spring Sunday dinner. Used to be called the Gala Gourmet. A big thank you to Josh Mailman for streaming this service. And a big thank you to Danielle and Susan Simon and the entire Kita Dalit class.
Thank you to Rabbi.
Thank you. Welcome back to David and Stephanie Mipson from Eretz Yisrael, where they visited lots of family, but especially daughter Natalie on her gap year. All right, we're going to close with the song One Day. So I want you to pick up a songbook if you haven't already. And I don't know yet. And the rest of you don't have this in your book, so with apologies. But come on up here, and you're page 27. Page 27. This is one of their favorite ones. So come on up, come on up. Come on back up. Also your class's favorite. Most classes' favorite, I have to say. Page 27. This song is by Matisyahu, and it speaks to, no matter how dark the times may seem, one day it'll be good. Sometimes I lay under the moon, thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray He'll take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood red treatment, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this thing, you could lose your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying children singing songs of freedom like whoa, whoa, sometimes in my
Tears I drown, but I never let it get me down.
so when
Negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around because
all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for
the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say one day.
one day, one day, oh,
One day, one day, one day.
Yasher Koach and Shabbat Shalom.